All right, hello, Ben Coughlin here with the one and only Josephine Silver.
Hi guys, I'm Josephine, but you can call me Josie.
Josie, and she's got her tag, so we'll include them somewhere here. I'm a double board certified facial plastic surgeon, so and also, kind of my side job is an influencer. Not quite an influencer, but we like to get information out there. So we're kind of just catching up, chatting. We started this platform very recently, so for me, it's kind of the exposure through there. I happen to treat one of the executives, so they kind of got me in the loop. I've been trying to get on here for a while. We're kind of having fun with it. It'll be on YouTube and Instagram and TikTok, all those as well. Okay, so Josie, thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
You're very welcome.
I'm very excited to be here.
And your main focus, like, what do you get out there? Like, what's your business?
So my OFTV videos are about home decor, which has always been a passion of mine, but not something I ever felt like I could really do. When you go to college, they're like, go to business school, get a normal degree. So I got a degree in marketing, but I loved home decor. I loved social media. Obviously, I didn't end up doing marketing. I ended up doing OnlyFans. And when they started doing OFTV, I thought it was a great way to be able to explore home decor.
And I mean, OnlyFans is like the epitome of marketing. All these social medias, I mean, whether you're marketing your business or people are marketing themselves, getting out there, everybody has their own kind of micro brand now. So
right.
It's interesting. And since you're home decor, you see my kind of unique setup in my office, which we've turned into more of a studio than an office, but I'm one of those high efficiency people where I like to, I don't like it to just be a boring office with books. Okay, awesome. So, and were you were on the Instagram and the TikTok and stuff before? We talked a little bit about it briefly before, but you've had issues with those platforms as well, getting whether it be regulated or shut down or somehow they kicked off. I was originally kicked off for Instagram for like 9 months. It was horrible. Like, I get a lot of patience from there. I get a lot of action, so.
I first saw you on Instagram. I don't even know. When did your Instagram get kicked off?
It's been a while now. I started a new one, and then I got my old one back finally. And then it was for no reason, they said, they were like, oh, I don't know. But for 9 months,
That's crazy.
Yeah. So what's your experience with that, with getting regulated? Or was it to tie it into the OFTV stuff? Or do you think it was just...
I think any relation to OnlyFans, these companies don't want to be associated with it because they make false assumptions that it's all, explicit or it's all bad. And it's just not. There's tons of opportunities on OnlyFans for people who are totally doing normal, clean content like you. And people don't know that.
If you see now, I think Instagram has an 18 and over streaming. TikTok now has an 18 and over adults only thing where they're trying to promote. Yeah, where you have to. Know that. Yeah, you have to apply, and I think we started it, but and it says explicitly it's not going to be explicit. But okay, then what's it for? Why is it got to be 18 and over? So it's just interesting.
Totally. I saw you talk about that on a previous TikTok. I watched all your TikToks, by the way.
We have fun with it.
But yeah, I think that's a really good reason and sort of an underrated part of OnlyFans too, is it's like people talk about you have all this responsibility on social media because kids can see it. That's another great reason,
It's huge. I mean, and they're a platform. There's people that are having fun with it in a lot of ways, but it goes from, honestly, of the risque DMs I get, Instagram has just as many as OnlyFans, of the illicit stuff. So, for the record. Okay, so how did you first get in, what made you think of kind of harnessing social media, whether it be OFTV, Instagram, or TikTok, to kind of promote yourself?
So when I graduated, it was 2020. So the pandemic had started pretty recently. And there were not a lot of great job opportunities. I had no graduation. A lot of the stuff I'd been looking at sort of didn't exist anymore. They were like, oh, we're not hiring. So I got a part-time job that I didn't love. And then I joined OnlyFans because I could not make enough money at that time to even move out of my parents' house. So I'd graduated from college, moved back in with my parents while I was job hunting. And I realized I just could not get out of there. And I was like, we're not doing this. I want to be out in the world. I want to be making money. Let's start a side hustle. Nice. And I'd been hearing about OnlyFans and I knew it was controversial. But I've never been the type of person who I didn't care that much. Yeah. I was like, let's go for it. Let's see what happens. And it ended up going really well. And I ended up quitting my day job and just sticking with OnlyFans.
You know, I think the autonomy, the kind of running your own business is huge. I hear from more and more creators, whether it be OnlyFans, Instagram, or TikTok, the fact that people have that power. I mean, you build your own schedule. You probably end up working harder now than you would if you worked for somebody else. But I think the autonomy of it is probably one thing that really attracts people.
It is. It's different. It's funny. The autonomy, it's better. And then in some ways it's worse because there's nobody. It's not worse. I love it, but there's no one making you get up and be there at a certain time. So you really got to be on it. But
it's. I mean, people. Entrepreneurs, people who are self-driven. Those are going to be people attracted to that thing. But you got to have that will. Okay, cool. So, and then obviously, OnlyFans, really all of them, again, TikTok, Instagram, are really focused or, I guess, heavily weighted towards people's appearance, their aesthetics, how they look. What are your thoughts on that? Like how much the world puts importance on one's aesthetics or how they look or how, people are perceived?
Yeah, I think it's a tough issue. Because obviously it's not always the best thing for society and for people to feel this constant pressure to look their best. But at the same time, it's not a necessary evil, but it's like something that we can't really get rid of. It's so inherent in people that they are attracted to beauty. And I don't know how much we can really do to fight that.
Yeah, another way to say it is don't hate the player, hate the game.
Yeah.
Because it's true. Where both of us, you're a young, pretty woman, so you're taking advantage of that. That's why a lot of people are watching your stuff, even if it's like super instructive, it's part of the game. I make my living on making people, look good, on like the fact that attractiveness is important to people. And it's evolutionary. There's just no way around it. Like you can't make people not be attracted to other people. And the more attractive one is, for better or worse, the more successful many people are. Not everybody, it's not hard and fast, but it does help people. Somebody called it like the pretty tax, or I did an interview with somebody. Pretty privilege, yeah. So like the pretty privilege or something. So, and like I said, I don't think we're the cause but it's just we kind of are playing the game. So don't hate the player, hate the game.
I actually have an interesting take on this that I want to throw in.
Let's hear it, yeah.
One thing that OnlyFans has taught me is that there's a million ways to be pretty. I think that on Instagram, there's one look. There's literally something called Instagram face where overfilled, the big lips, like everyone kind of looks the same. On OnlyFans, the range of different looking women who are really successful is crazy. And it's sort of unique to OnlyFans. Like you do not have to be this typical, some of the girls who look more regular or who look more interesting are doing better than the girls who sort of are overfilled or overdone. So I think that it's not all bad, I think if you have a certain look and you're able to improve yourself in little ways, there's a lot of ways to be beautiful.
Exactly. And the key is people want it. And if you can do it safely and you can have fun doing it, why not? Okay, good. So, and what's your interest? Why did you reach out to us?
Oh my God. So it's such an
a lot of people reach out to us,
you guys.
Yeah.
I originally heard about you guys because I Googled buccal fat removal because I've always had an issue with my lower face being kind of wide. We'll get into that. But I Googled buccal fat removal. You guys are the first people that came up. I didn't know who you were. I was like, what the hell is this? And then at the time I was just looking. I didn't have the budget for it. So it was early OnlyFans days. But I was just doing research, for the future.
Yeah.
Then I came across you separately on TikTok and I was like, oh, I think this is the same guy. And I was like, that's so funny. And I saw how good your work was. And I was like, oh, he's actually legit. I'll probably end up going to him at some point.
It's the actual that's getting me. No, I'm kidding. That's a TikTok phrase, yeah.
And then I saw you join OFTV and I was like, this
guy's off the wall. Yeah.
We need to do a collaboration. So I was interested for a bunch of different reasons. I also thought that it would sort of be a natural collaboration. OF creators, they want to look their best. You guys help people do that. So I just thought it would work on a lot of different levels.
For me, same as you, really. Getting on some of these sites is risky. a lot of people are going to look at me and be like, that guy's a goofball. I can't believe he's on OnlyFans. He can't be a surgeon and be on OnlyFans. But, being out there on these sites can make you a target. Like, I don't know what your folks thought about you being on there, but like, I could imagine that was maybe a delicate discussion, in the early phases.
Absolutely. I was really nervous to tell them.
Yeah.
Now they know, everybody in my life knows. I like to be really out there about everything that I do, but it was scary to tell them, mainly because I thought that they wouldn't understand.
Yeah.
Again, assuming that it's just stupid and you can't make real money or make a career out of it when I really have. So
yeah, that's cool. So and again, you've made it yourself. Like that's really the key. Mm-hmm. You've done it all. I'm sure you've had some help along the ways, but like it's you're driving it. You're kind of seeing how things roll and what the next steps are and how you want to evolve. Like what are your next steps?
Yeah. So I first of all want to keep growing my platform. I think, just like everybody on social media, but I would also really like to use this opportunity that I've gotten through OFTV to sort of start something that I will be able to use later in my life. By the time I'm a mother,
mm-hmm.
I want to have a family. I want to be a mother. I don't want to have to be on OnlyFans at that phase of my life. I'm totally fine with it now, but I don't want that at that point. So through exploring my interest in home decor, I've actually decided I really want to go and become a certified interior designer and really like get into that as a career. Right now I'm just sort of like slowly getting into it, but as I get older I want to be able to transition and sort of use what I've started with Home by Josie and turn it into a different sort of career.
Home by Josie, I like that.
Yeah, that's
HBJ.
My OFTV. Yeah,
HBJ. So what, if you have any more questions for me, Josie, or anything in the world?
I think one of the main things I'm curious about is what is your goal on OF and OFTV?
For me, it really is all about exposure, education, getting the word out there. I don't want to say it worked on you, but like I'm on all the platforms. You're out there. You see me. Eventually, you're like, oh, that guy's funny. He is legit. Okay, he is certified. So, for better or worse, we really got to be out on all of them. I tell I train the residents at the County of Northwestern UIC residents that if you want to do this, you really got to have some exposure on all of the platform, the major platforms. Because people are going to expect you to have an Instagram account. They're going to expect you to have a TikTok, a website with before and afters. A lot of my patients fly in. So what these platforms have really let me do, people kind of feel like they know me. They feel like they get a little bit of a vibe, what it'll be like here. So, people are flying in, getting operated on me the same day. To me, it's crazy that they would do that, but they kind of trust us, so because we put it out there on the platform. So really that's what it's about for me. What's the most satisfying part of your job? Like for instance, I love it when I have somebody's before and after. I look at them, they're great. It's a good outcome. I really like to share it. I like that the patient's happy. I imagine it's something similar to you when you kind of turn a home or a office or whatever around. Yeah.
The best part is just the before and after of, somebody's home and knowing that you can improve their lives. I think a lot of people overlook like how much their environment can affect them, but it really can affect your productivity, your mood. Like there's a lot that goes into it. So I really love that part.
You mentioned earlier about getting some sort of certification. Mm-hmm. Is that necessary? If you get out there and now and kind of, it's not, it doesn't seem like, I think it seems like if you got enough, and I don't want to diss the people that have it. I'm sure they learn stuff.
I agree. I don't think you need a certification. I do feel that because I do OnlyFans, the word
you're just a target,
Yeah, people assume that you're not going to be good at anything else, that you're not smart, you're not good enough, you're just like a bimbo.
Yeah.
So I almost feel like I would want to get a certification just to have something more formal to show. But at the same time, I agree. I don't think you really need it.
Yeah, it makes sense. And that there definitely is that aspect of the TikTok, of the OFTV, of the OnlyFans, where and that's what, we're a target now being on here. This is a risk, So it could have went really poorly for you. Your parents could have been super upset or I don't know, your friends could have ostracized you.
There's a lot of risk.
Okay, that's interesting. All right, well, Josie. Josie, yeah, I know. And what's your tags on there?
Yes, you can find me on Instagram, TikTok, OnlyFans. My profile name is Josephine Silver. And then on OFTV, it's Home by Josie. And you can call me either one. I really go.
Okay, good. So check her out. We're going to do another follow-up of some sort with her flipping around my office a little bit, but you can't mess with the sound ones, because it makes a difference. All those ones on the ceiling are sound. They're supposed to bounce the sound a little bit better. The drapes also, we just really been trying to hammer this to make it get the acoustics. But okay. Yeah, very, very, very professional. And you got my mannequin behind you there. This is a painting a patient gave us. Okay, well, that's our story, and we're sticking to it. So,
all right, well, thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye. Okay, to all the creators out there, we really want to work with you at Only Plastic Surgery. Dr. C, the only plastic surgeon on OnlyFans. Reach out to us here or any of our other platforms. We'll set it up. We got lots of opportunities.